This is 3FM.
One of the things that we're really going to be missing out on in the next house is experience. There's a huge amount of experience gone out through the door. It's strange to think that even though I'm the youngest member of Tynwald, it will still be the case that if I get re-elected, I will be at least the fourth longest serving member of the House of Keys. And that says a lot about how things have changed and how a lot of the faces have changed over the last 10 years that I've been in. So there is something there about having a corporate memory, and I think that's really important, and not losing the relationships that have been built over the last 10 years around British Irish Council down in Westminster, because these are the sort of partners that we're going to need to work with as we face the big challenges going forward. We have had a far more proactive engagement strategy. We've been involved in the British Irish Council since it started, but it's been used far more in recent years, and the ability there to build that relationship with our colleagues, not just in the Crown dependencies, but also in Northern Ireland, in Scotland and Wales and Westminster. But also the informal trips to London, where we have been meeting with high-powered individuals on the government and opposition benches to make sure that we understand the political landscape there and what they're seeking from Brexit and other issues. So I think the Isle of Man's profile is rising. There's far more politicians down there now that are aware of our situation, who we are and what we are, than ever before, and I think that's something that we need to maintain and build on. The first thing, of course, is going to be building on the success that we've had over the last 5 years. I mean, crime levels down at levels not seen since 1970, a detection rate and a public satisfaction rate that UK forces will be very jealous of. So there will be a lot of work going into just keeping the momentum going, keeping that success going into the future. The other one, I think, in terms of pressures going forward, will be the rollout of the digital strategy. So giving officers tablets and ways of working actually out of the police station, out on the street, to make sure that they are not having to firstly write things down in their book and then go back and type it up. You're getting the maximum use out of the officers, and they're still able to do high visibility policing out on the streets. Certainly I've been involved in the legislative programme of government for the last 5 years. I've taken through bills, not just Home Affairs bills, but others. One of the real constraints that the Isle of Man government is facing is a shortage of drafters, legislative drafters, and these are lawyers who are paid to write legislation. It's a very technical job, but we don't have enough of them, and I've had real frustrations about the amount of legislation that I would have wanted to have achieved in the last 5 years that we just haven't been able to put through the machine in order to get it out the other side. So real missed opportunities there in terms of reforming sex offences legislation, in terms of the opportunities about licensing law, all of which we have plans for and just haven't been achieved because we haven't been able to get it through the machine of getting that legislation drafted. So it is a real frustration. I think there was great scope down at the bottom end of Port Erin there in terms of where the Marine Biological Station is. I would love to have seen a great marina development down there. There's certainly the land available for it. It would be one of the best opportunities on the island for that sort of scheme, albeit the traffic access down Strand Road might produce a slight issue. But on the whole, I think that would be a fantastic opportunity for the South. It will be probably not much of a surprise to know that a lot of the issues are things that recur nationally. So certainly the big international things such as Brexit, such as pensions that we touch on, they're common themes across, as well as the state of the roads and other things like that. A lot of people have had an image of government largesse over the last 5 years, saying that we've got no money, and yet on the other hand coming out with large schemes. Obviously I can't defend all aspects of government, but certainly in my department in Home Affairs, that hasn't been the case. We've cut the budget by 20-25%. We have reduced numbers. The Chief Executive's office has gone down from 27 to 9 since I've come into Tynwald. So I can talk about my record in terms of managing money, getting good outcomes, getting results with less. I think I'm going to probably end up somewhere in a different department, so it's going to present new challenges, new opportunities, and a different array of issues. But on the whole, I'm very happy with my record. I think in terms of taking hold of the big issues and supporting change on a number of areas, I'm very proud of that. So certainly looking back, I'm happy with that. Looking forward, who knows what the future is going to bring. It's going to be exciting times for the Isle of Man, difficult times for the Isle of Man, but I'm up for the challenge.
More music for the Isle of Man.
3FM.